In this episode of Ray Decay, I am really excited to be finally reacting to one of my favorite girl groups, if not my favorite girl group, that being the girl group EVERGLOW. And if you don't know how big of a fan I am of this girl group, you should definitely check out my reactions to their whole discography, because I already liked them a lot before that. But once I checked out their whole discography, I fell in love with them even more, because, and I swear to God, they have the best discography I've ever heard in K-pop. Period. It's insane how consistently good their songs are, even in their B-sides. Like, you know, the typical experience of like the general K-pop B-side. It's cool, it's catchy, but a lot of the time it just feels very fillery. Not EVERGLOW though, which is why I'm really excited to be reacting to the new comeback with the title track SLAYED, as well as another song that they released quite a while ago at this point, but I just didn't really feel like checking out, but I decided to do it now, because why not? That being the song Ghostlight, which is an English single in collaboration with the Fat Rat. And yeah, it's been an insane amount of time since they last came back. It shouldn't have taken 84 years for them to come back with a new song. Because like, the last song that they released was what? Pirate? And that was all the way back in like what? Early 2022? Because it's been like 20 months. So it must have been, actually it must have, was it late 2021 even? It's been a long amount of time. Way too long. And I know that they still had some work being done in the meantime, like doing concerts and stuff, but it shouldn't have taken that long. I feel like at that point, if you're not gonna have your group do music for that amount of time, I mean, yeah, I'm glad that we're gonna be getting at least one more single album from them, but at a certain point I'd rather the group just disband, so I know and I don't have to worry about them potentially disbanding, because who knows, maybe if this comeback is not super successful, they could disband, who knows? And I don't like having that worry over my head and over my hanging over my enjoyment of this group, especially because I love them so much, you know. But yeah, I am really excited to get into this. And before you ask, yes, I will be checking out the B-sides of this album as well, but I will be doing that in a separate video, because that's how I do stuff. So yeah, stick around for that. And I guess before we get into the reaction, I also need to remind you that I would really appreciate it if you guys could help me out with my transition by donating to my Patreon, Coffee account, or my PayPal, because for those of you who didn't know, I am trans. And by doing so, you also can get the ability to demand me to do K-pop reactions by subscribing specifically to my Patreon and Coffee account at a specific tier, where you get to demand me basically to do reactions to either a music video, an album, extended play, single album, whatever it may be, or a whole group discography. It's completely up to you, whichever one of those you want to go for, but it's a guaranteed thing that will happen if you subscribe at the specific tier and you send me a message on Patreon or Coffee. Because otherwise you guys can still comment in the comments down below things that you might be interested to see me react to, and if the videos that you commented under end up performing well, we might end up doing those reactions, but it's not a guaranteed thing. It's ultimately up to how I feel about it, you know? But yeah, now that we've gotten that out of the way, I'm really excited to finally get into these songs. So let's start it off with the Fat Rat and EVERGLOW's Ghostlight in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Honestly, it does sound pretty high quality, I'll give you that. Why does this sound so familiar? Is this a popular beat? Honestly, this is pretty good. The quality of it and the vocals are really good. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't know whether it's exciting enough for my typical expectations of an EVERGLOW song, you know? Because quality-wise, it definitely fits well with the rest of their discography. And even style-wise, I would say it fits in pretty well with the general style of EVERGLOW songs. Especially this part here. It's just that, I don't know. I'm gonna talk about it more after we're done. You know, I don't mind that this, I wouldn't even call it even a music video, but for the sake of it, let's call it a music video. I don't even mind that it's like animated or whatever, but I do wish it was at least more animated. I think that could have been cool and could have worked still as a music video. So yeah, because like, I don't hate this song. I do enjoy it. I think it's high quality. I think the quality of it is definitely up there, but I don't know. It's just like, I feel like weirdly, like I don't really care. I don't feel invested in this song. It's not bad. It's beautiful even, dare I say. But I don't know. There's just not really much that engages me in the song. It feels a little bit too simple compared to EVERGLOW's songs and kind of bland. Again, it's not bad. I'll probably end up listening to this song. As much as I listen to some of the less interesting B-sides that EVERGLOW has, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't really care too much about this song, you know? It's not bad. I want to make that clear. But I just also don't really find it too exciting. And maybe it's the fact that I'm just really excited to get into this title track called Slay that they came back with. So I'm obviously, it's already, without having listened to it, already overshadowing this song Ghostlight. But I mean, what can I do about it? Should I have listened to Slay first and then to this? And I guess if you look at Ghostlight from the perspective of potentially it being like a B-side, I do think it's like of a B-side level of quality. And if I watched it, if it was a B-side, I probably would have a little bit of a more positive view on the song. But that's why it's important how you present the songs as much as how good the songs themselves actually are. Because there's different standards for songs which are title tracks versus ones which are B-sides. You obviously expect the title tracks to be more exciting, more impactful, more interesting, more complex, and more varied, whereas the B-side can stick to more of like a, I don't know, more of like a simple package there, instead of just trying to cram it with as much excitement as a title track would require. And this follows more the formula of a B-side, and follows it well, but it is also kind of presented still as like a somewhat of a music video at the very least. So that's the kind of standards by which my brain judges it. So, for better or for worse, that's how I feel about it. And again, because of the quality of it and because it is genuinely still a good song, I don't think Everglow's perfect streak of songs has been ruined in any way, shape, or form. I'm still gonna give this one like an 8.6 out of 10. It's not a bad song. I will end up listening to it. I just think that it's not quite as exciting as your normal Everglow song, and I feel like it is a little bit too much of a departure from the Everglow vibe that they have in Korean, and I'm a huge opponent of K-pop groups completely changing the style of music that they do whenever they do songs in English. I think that's stupid, I think that's wrong, because the whole point why we as K-pop fans like K-pop is because it's different, it's unique. Why would you remove all of that uniqueness when you go over to a different market? Like, I get that you would tone it down somewhat, in some ways, but not completely. Like, you don't see that level of toning down when K-pop groups release songs in Japanese. Sure, there is a difference still in the way the songs are made, and sometimes the groups might go for like a harder image for the Japanese or a softer image. Either way could be a thing. But you can still generally feel like it is the same group doing it, like you can still feel the same vibe. At least more so than what we have been having with the English stuff. Now, obviously some groups have been better in that regard than others. Like, I feel like Stray Kids, who, I mean, have they even really released any English songs? They've released English versions. I think they did a good job with those English versions, but that's because they're English versions, not completely original English songs. But yeah, I feel like nowadays there have been more groups which have done the English thing better, so we're going in the right direction, but there's still cases like this where it still feels like kind of like a middle ground between doing it right and doing it wrong, because I don't think this is too dissimilar with Everglow. Like, I still feel like it fits with their discography. It just doesn't fit as like the main thing, the face of their discography to English-speaking audiences, you know? You get what I mean? Like, it works as a B-side of an English album. It doesn't work as a title track, is what I'm trying to say. But I feel like I already went on a little bit too long of a tangent in regards to this. So let's continue with the next reaction to what I'm really excited about, that being their new song, Slay. And God, I hope they actually do slay in that. But to be honest, I think they're gonna slay. I think this song is gonna be like 100 out of 10 for me. But don't count your chickens before they roost. Or was it don't count your eggs? I don't remember. Regardless, let's get into the reaction to Everglow's Slay in 3, 2, 1. Indeed! I already like it! So many pretty shots. I'll have a hell of a hard time being in a thumbnail for this one. Oh, I'm waiting for that. Okay. Okay, I love it. Yes, get the lines. Dude, my face hurts from smiling so much. I'm so happy that they're back. Man, she has lines! Yiren has lines! Oh my god! Now I understand why they gave Mia the short hair. Because they really cut down on her lines. And you know how it is in K-pop, when you get very few lines, you get a crazy haircut. I honestly feel like she's almost criminally gone from this song. Because I'm so much more used to her being in the song, you know? And that style does not look that good on her. I mean, she looks good, but it doesn't suit her. She's looked better. I think this might be one of the most balanced songs that they've done. Because early on, they were notorious for the group basically seeming like Mia and Friends. So I'm glad that we actually have a situation now with them where it's far more balanced and Yiren and Onda actually have like a noticeable amount of lines. As a Yiren bias girl, I'm really happy for that. I love her. She is the prettiest idol I've ever seen. I swear to God. Oh boy. That was a lot. Honestly, I'm almost speechless. And I say almost because my face hurts from smiling so much because I love the song. It's an EVERGLOW song if I ever heard one. But it's good. It's impactful, it's catchy, it's hard-hitting. It's what I love about EVERGLOW. And it's just that I've been missing them, man. I've been really missing getting new songs from them. I really hope they don't end up disbanding or don't end up taking anywhere near as much time to come back again because they're way too good. They're so fucking underrated. Like, Jesus Christ, buy their albums, god damn it. Some might say that I should practice what I preach, but I live in a small town in a Eastern European country. Where the hell am I supposed to get it? You know? Plus, I don't have money. I literally don't have money. I have very few. My YouTube channel doesn't really make that much money. It barely pays for its own existence. So, yeah. If I had the money, I would buy it. I would really love to have an album from them. That's like one of my, I don't know, like wishes, I guess, because of how much I love them. They're one of the groups which I really, really want to have an album of. And I'm really excited to check out the B-sides, but that is, like I said, gonna happen in a separate video. Here, I just want to listen to this song again. And before we do, I do want to share like some criticisms that I do have in regards to this song. First of all, it does feel like, vibes-wise at least, we are kind of back more to the kind of style that we had with First, with that title track, because it kind of felt at least audially reminiscent of it, with the hook in particular. Feels like it would fit just fine in that song, so it kind of feels like a spiritual sequel of it, which I guess explains why it's really, really hard-hitting, just like that song is. And I'm not quite sure which EVERGLOW song is really my favorite, because all of them are fucking amazing. There's like, they have like, I mean, like I said, amazing discography. But songs like First and La-Di-Da are probably the top of the top for me. Those are probably my two most favorite, and I can't really tell you which one is my most favorite because I haven't really sat down to think about it. But First is a song that I really, really like. So the fact that this song reminds me of that is a good thing. But the one thing that I think EVERGLOW are really good at is every comeback doing a completely different sound. Still having the EVERGLOW like impact and hard-hittingness, but having a completely different sound. So I do not necessarily love the fact that they're reminiscing back to a previous sound that they have done. It feels a little bit derivative, and I know they're derivative of their own work, but at the same time, I take pride in the fact that they're so versatile, and yet they still feel like themselves every time, and I love that fact, because usually I'm not a big fan of groups that are referred to as versatile in their sound. So that is something that bothers me, but I love it. I still enjoy it. I think on second listen, most of my minor criticisms are gonna be gone, because I'm just gonna be enjoying the track. Because like for the first listen, you obviously have a lot of pressure and expectations, so that kind of clouds your judgment. But then by the second listen, your brain knows what the song is gonna flow like, so you are able to more just enjoy it for what it is. And I am really excited to enjoy it for what it is, so let's get into it one more time in 3, 2, 1. I think that's gonna be the thumbnail. The Iron. God, she looks so pretty with that pink hair. Can't wait to see people's reactions to this though. Oh, you are slaying! I can tell you that for sure. One thing I do wish the song had was a little bit more momentum, because I would have liked it to be a little bit more faster, but that's a nitpick, 100%. And it's clearly not what the song is going for, it's just like what I wanted to get, you know? Mia does look striking in this comeback, I'll give you that. I love this part of the song. It's probably my favorite part, besides the Iron's part, obviously. Dude, those vocals though! Dude, those vocals! You certainly did come here to slay. And you did. Man, even if I just want to put Yiren in the thumbnail, there's so many good shots of her alone, man. I'll have such a hard time picking thumbnails. Good thing that at least 2 videos for Everglow will be made, so I'll get to use 2 cool shots. But man, I will be playing the shit out of this song after I'm done with this. Because like, oh my god, I love it. I love it. Yeah, I admit I'm a very picky person. That's why the name of the channel is Picky Paige. Because I'm a very picky person, even in cases where I flippin' adore something like this. I still have like nitpicks and things that I wish could have been different or better, you know? So don't take this as me like being negative or shitting on the song in any way. Please, don't take it like that. But it's like, is it necessarily what I wanted from them for this comeback? No. Like I said, I do wish they came back with like something more original. Because like I said, this is kind of derivative of their previous song. First, I feel like the vibes and kind of the instrumental is reminiscent of that. It reminds me of it. And because of that, there's also the fact that First is such a faster paced song compared to this, that it kind of causes this song to seem slower than it actually is. And I think that's why I'm feeling like this song is not as fast as I want it to be or as I wish it to be, because my brain, because of the similar vibe that this has to First, my brain just goes to that song's pace and everything, and it expects this song to flow with that pace, and it doesn't. It's like the difference between 80s' Bouncy and Gorilla. It's kind of the same thing. Like, both are in the same style that they're doing right now, but they're kind of polar opposites. Like, one is very faster and energetic, and the other one is more bouncy, pun intended. And it's kind of the same with this and First. First is far more energetic and faster paced, whereas this one is more bouncy. And I like this, don't get me wrong, I like this. I might even end up liking this more than First long term. I don't know. My opinions tend to change the longer time goes on, you know? But right now, as much as I like it, and I will definitely be giving it a 10 out of 10 because I'm happy that they're back. I'm happy that they haven't lost their touch. I'm happy that it's as hard-hitting and as impactful and memorable as it's ever been. But is it a perfect comeback from them? No, it's not. But it also doesn't have to be. I'm just glad my girls are back. All my girls are back. Oh boy, this is heavy. And I'll definitely need to take a little bit of a break before getting into the B-sides. So let's finish this video so I can do that. I am curious though, what do you guys think about these two songs? The starter track and the previous English song that they released? Comment your thoughts down below and let's have a discussion about this. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 3 patrons on Patreon. Deadpool, Corvidet, and Kaylin McQueen. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it, it really means a lot to me. They have decided to support me, have continued to support me for such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description to my Wattpad, where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you have never joined my stories, or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon, Coffee account, or my PayPal, where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do any of that, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!